series. I'm excited to see if he can do more magical things as we get into DUST2.
OG will be on the CT side to begin with. We've got MBK having a look-see through the middle doors, not seeing much of anything. He heads to the lower tunnels, as they've been called for a very long time. However, close left is Keto. We're going back and forth between the two, Keto, Kaito. Citizen swinging, they've got pop flashes. The bomb's been committed to this kill, and they will be successful. 2 on A, 2 on B for OG. Not that big no that just yet. More flashes through those middle doors, and Issa has a classic off angle.
Smoke's landing at the door. Oh, flashbang has made life awkward for Tabson. He's just got into position, but Issa is still up close. Are they going to clear this? They will. They jump across, and Issa can't get a single kill, but Alexi B can. Bomb has been dropped on top of that box. Alexi B will fall, though. It's all on Mantu, and he's not going to get anything going. Tabson running him down on the B bomb site. Big getting an all-important pistol round win.
Zantares will get a cheap helmet, which means AK-47 territory for him. The rest of them will have to spend $1,000, but a pistol has been taken. Good start for Big. We'll see what OG choose to do, and it will be a force buy, it seems, which force buys aren't spectacular on the CT side of DUST2. Double scouts, again, spoke about NBK last time we saw OG on DUST2, at least you and I. Flashed off the angle at first, Big. They'll go back, and Valde's gone. Now again, this range is to be used by the likes of NBK. He may require a boost, however. I can see that boost on the radar. Now, they may have question marks towards the short position, but it's a force buy. We can see they've gone for a push of B halls at the same time, so risks have to be taken in such a round. Oh, NBK will not survive any more tagging. He has got 1 kill at the very least, though, but he's bought some time for his team to rotate as well.
Ooh, Keto down to 32 health now. The nade and the CZ combining from Alexi B to do a bit of damage, I believe.
Took that one in the chest.
Couple more smokes for Big, so they can cross safely. Alexi will just be playing close, but is Zantares ready? Oh no, Zantares, buddy, you haven't cleared the angle. Alexi B, he might... Oh, now he's screwed. He pulls the trigger through the smoke, and Zantares had already snuck onto the site, so it's all fine. Mantu will trade 1 kill out, but he's not ready for Searson. Big will be getting a second round win.
Oh no!
Oh, what?
Oh no! Oh no, you didn't, bro. Mistakes were made. Man, pick up the AK and shoot the scout or something. Surely that's the way around you do it.
I love how far away the gun went as well. Look how far it goes.
Oh, that's a disaster. That's hilarious. Anyway, it's eco territory for OG. And Big are going to simplify this one, entering the B bomb site. Take the bomb site by force. $300 made by Mantu. Some bonus cash. Citizen, what are you up to? Oh my god.
What is going on?
Citizen gives no Fs whatsoever, apparently.
Is that him making up for the AK that he didn't save at the last round? He was like, shit, I've got to make some money, guys.
Gambles had to be taken.
Give me a knife. I mean, he can get the AWP now, for sure.
Well, that's a fun way for Big. That's a fun way for Big to start the series, especially. I think maybe the fashion in which they lost will be frustrating. Well, there we go. Statements have been sent. Now we've got the Scout of Searson versus the AWP of Mantu, so a different scenario for round number 4.
Ouch.
Oh, but Mantu, there's not much of him left, is there? 17 HP.
Oh, flash will blind Searson, so he doesn't get the chance for the second shot. I do love that Searson is just so confident with the Scout that he is willing to keep it, even when he can afford the AWP. Real bold statement from him. And it means that his team will get a much better chance to buy if they were to lose this round. Now, this is what Maui Snake was worried about. These fast mid-to-Bs can be very effective against OG, but Issa this time is prepared for it. 2 kills on the spray down. Alexi B spamming the smoke alongside him. And MBK just needs to make sure he wins this fight on B, which he will. That is a really good sign for OG, because if you remember that game they had against MIBR, they had some real issues holding that B site, James. And I'm glad to see they lock it down early and they give Big something to think about before they go back to that B site.
Spoken about Issa's multi-frag capability regarding the B bomb sites on DUST2. Historically, at least. Haven't seen it in the recent games, but there was a hint of it there. Shutting down the push through mid. That did look like they were going to be in trouble, but I think the timing from Big, the first player facing B, second player facing spawn, turning around, couldn't turn in time and so on. Worked out quite well for Issa. Not so for Big. But it's an excuse to pull out the full buy. And rather than a tag, it's a full frag, this time from CSN onto Man2, winning the AWP duel on DUST2 thus far.
Yeah, Man2 got boosted up onto short in this round, and Searson was just holding from suicide. He was holding that angle onto short the whole time, it looked like. So it seemed that Searson was very ready for that play that Man2 tried to go for. Smokes exchanged at mid, a flash over the top from Issa, but he won't be able to peek behind it. Now, OG are actually evacuating the B site right now. They seem pretty sure that this is likely to be an A-sided play, and they are correct in their assessment right now. This rotation is well-timed. That molly slows things down and means that OG may get more players in position. This nade could be deadly as well.
Not too shabby. Well, it seems both teams have got reads of each other, but OG are on the arse end of this. The business end of the shotgun. Looking to get their first kill of the round. Finally, it arrives. 4 versus 3, that low ground so horrible. Great burst from NBK though, delaying the bomb plant. And now things get better. 2 versus 2, they've tied the numbers up. That bomb still needs to be rescued, and Searson's on the way. Lucky the bomb didn't fall down into spawn. What will they plant it for? That is one of the long plants, the platform plant, if you will. He's looking for that second player, both playing from the sides at present. And now it's just Xantares. Lovely taps from Xantares. A disgusting way to win the round. 4-1 for Big. Xantares just teasing us. Normally known for his sprays, but the taps are here as well.
I love that he just taps them both as well. You got to go for it. You got to go for the highlight play at that point. There's the early kill from Searson. Just so ready for that peek from Man2. And here are the taps. Boop, boop. They are dead.
Great crosshair placement. Minimum correction required.
I think that's how we all imagine ourselves to play Counter-Strike. Just tap people in the head all the time. Rarely actually happens, though. Harder than it looks.
Only because I AWP most of the time. Don't know what your excuse is.
All right. See, I don't AWP because I know I'm bad, and the AWP is very expensive, James. So if you die with it, you feel bad.
That's why I eco on pistol rounds. Because no matter what, third round I have AWP.
Wow.
Bardolph special. Again, it's a high-risk round for OG, and they will take those risks and clear B tunnels. Upper B, at least. Now, you can see them lining up on the radar for a multi-peek towards A long. Not much really they can offer from this range. 5-7 kind of sucks from range. Trying to, like, patiently tap a headshot is not ideal, let's put it that way. It's interestingly, if you're in a Mirage, for example, if you expect the, let's say you win the pistol or something, you're expecting an eco. The 5-7 is not a weapon you want if you're having a cheeky save, let's say to get an AWP in the next round or something, because the one-shot range versus no helmet actually quite sucks. You'd be better off with the P250. But of course, at close range, it is devastating. So
I'm a 5-7 user.
You've got to pick the right weapon for the job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I opened one case last night and I got that new 5-7, the one that's just covered with unicorns and is bright pink.
Oh,
the really horrible looking one.
Haven't noticed that one.
Really?
Yeah.
It stands out. I'm going to use it just because I feel like people will get annoyed at just the unicorn on it or whatever. It's like called Princess something.
Sounds in line with your music taste.
It is, James. We've got the AWPs out for both teams. So far, Searson has definitely looked very prepared for some of the plays Man2 has been making. I wouldn't be surprised to just see Man2 go for a standard long fight this time. I think he's got a decent spawn for long. It's hard to see exactly. But we might see some early action down mid. Man2 has got that long spawn, but Searson's looking for the mid fight. Neither AWP are getting an early opportunity to take a battle, though.
Searson hunting. I quite like the angle that James likes to hold. This, basically, waiting for CTs to cross from one side to the other. Can yield quite a few frags. Issa must be careful. Tough job he has. I'm sure Alexi B heard the scope, though, so he won't overextend in mid. Alexi B with a nice angle. The pokey-proddy nature of that wall will give him a slight warning if somebody goes through. There's a nice pop flash you can do from the B doors as a CT for your teammate. If you just walk backwards to release it. There's a piece of wood on the corner above Issa. You aim at that. It's a great pop flash for mid for him to swing around the corner. Tizian's been popped in the meantime. Big now heading towards 45 seconds. But what is their play?
Mantu flashed Valda into the long doors for that early kill. Really nice that Mantu had the long spawn at the start of this round as well, to be able to make sure they could hold long so that Valda could get into this position. And now we need to see Valda perform from his long anchor roll. The DUST talked about how good he can be here, but
oh my God,
tabseN, insta headshot, and that is going to give them the opportunity to move into the bomb site. Mantu's scared of short as well, and there is one player there, so he's going to have to fall back to CT. A very passive hold right now from OG. There may be a gap in that smoke, but I don't know if OG are going to be able to use it.
Looks like Big have a good idea of some of the intentions for OG. That frag was completely outrageous. Issa has a chance now on short. Does his teammate stay behind him, play some kind of bait with focus on the lower area from two OG players? Well, NBK's been swiped. Issa's still upstairs. Alexi doing what he can. Look at the off angles being played. They might line up for Xantares at this rate. And then there was just Mantu. He needs to hold on to this AWP. Maybe trying to hide in plain sight now. Perhaps at the point of no return. They're coming for him. Well, there's a swing. The trade from CSGO up top will be enough to wipe out OG once again. Big 6-1, look firmly in control of DUST2.
It looks like that really just came down to getting that clean kill onto Valda at long. I love that tabseN just jumps up and pops his head straight away, because it makes it so much easier to move into that A site. As soon as that long player dies, you see OG just having to kind of fall off the bomb site. Really quick shot from tabseN. That was in slow motion. He jumps on top of the barrel just for that slight angle of elevation to get that kill. And now Big have a 6-1 lead here on DUST2. Really nice to see Big getting back on track on this map as well. This is always a staple of their map pool, but in recent times, their form on this map hasn't been as good as they might have hoped. They've taken a couple of losses. I think they've only won 1 out of their last 4 DUST2 games. So just seeing them do well here against OG is a very good sign for them going forwards. Now, we've seen this B tunnel aggression a couple of times. This time, Xantares is here to meet it, but the flashbang lands right in his face. He might just get away, though. Good repositioning from Xantares, and now Valda is just going to decide to try and dip. Oh no, he's not. He's got the headshot.
What will Big do in response? Valda's got a gun, and that means go, go, go. Let's just get away from him as fast as possible. Got Mantu on the bomb site, trying to land some headshots. Got a chance to try and delay as well. Did the best he could, all things considered. 3v3. We've got Valde on a huge flank, currently in T-spawn, but with the numbers being thinned, perhaps he will consider saving this AK-47. Alexi up close now, making it awkward for CSGO, and surely it's on again. Valde 1v2, just requires headshots. Had a quick look, and that'll be enough for him. Round number 7 for Big. There's no defuse kit, so I can't imagine he's really going for it. Oh, that's a nice swipe from him. But I can't imagine he'll get to the bomb site fast enough to go for something.
It's not planting for long, is it? Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's going to matter.
He's not getting a 10-second defuse here.
Nah.
He's just believes in himself. He's Valde. There's an AWP. Why don't I take that as well? Ever a dangerous player. But the score's not very dangerous as far as OG are concerned. It's dangerous as far as it's heading towards a third map at the moment.
I think for Valda, just moving into short at the end there, I guess is kind of the safest position, because he's already killed the one player there, and he probably figures the other guy's trying to save the AWP, so he knows that it's unlikely anyone will be going in that direction. Timeout finally taken by OG. It's taken a long time for them to call this, though. They're already 7-1 down. At least they get a gun round ahead of this next one. They've already picked up 1 AWP. They have the ability to buy a second sniper if they so desire. Alexi oftentimes will be that secondary AWPer on DUST2, sometimes playing around that mid position. They are still yet to make up their minds on the buy. The positive for OG is that Big's money isn't actually that great. You know, it's okay, it's good. They've definitely got at least 1 buy in the hole. But if OG could start to win just 1 or 2 rounds, maybe they could start to force Big back down to some weaker buys and really try and get this game going. It will just be the single AWP setup for OG ahead of this round and some fast aggression from Big down mid. Oh, and a pick.
Yeah, it just goes from bad to worse for OG, it seems. Now they've got problems towards that A bomb site. Issa creeping once again. Xantara is very flicky. Tizian's here to trade. The problems are compounded now for OG. Desperately looking to do what they can. Do big read that there is just one player on that B bomb site. Valde still stuck at long. A lot of footsteps. Oh, he's got the scope NBK. He's got the York playing on the side. He's buying time for the rotation. Bigger stuck in a tunnel now. Things could turn around at this juncture. Molly's in every direction, and he may die in the flames.
Look at that damage, though. Oh, he got them all so low. He must know he's done damage as well. I'm sure he knows he landed some shots. Now, my question is, what's Valde going to do here? He's moving up mid right now. If he gets this right, he could be on for some huge impact. He's got to be ready for the players in T-spawn. Looking at lower tunnel right now, they've got to be making steps. Oh, we can't hear them yet. Now he does. Valde turns around. He should get one for free, but he's got to make sure he gets more, and he's going to try and move into the shadows elusively. The bomb's going to move up long, but Alexi B can cut this off. Everyone's spreading all across the map, but I think Alexi might have a favorable fight.
Oh my god, how does he cross? How does he cross? This is crazy. NBK staying alive. They're all just standing there waiting for him to peek. The fact they don't enter the bomb site changes everything. But 17 seconds for Tizian running up. Valde still at long. Puts a molly on the bomb. Beautiful stuff. All kinds of grenades now. He doesn't have the health. He's got 5 HP. He's not going to make it. And he has to run away. Maybe try and get the AWP or something. But what a turnaround. An exceptional play from NBK. They all stood there. Guns out at dusk. Then the molly to follow up. He realized the opportunity. They're not pushing. They're standing there. They're waiting for me to keep peeking. I'll contain them on the outside of the site. My teammates can rotate, and it just goes from bad to worse for Big.
Especially as that solo B-site anchor, he realizes he has to survive as long as he can, even standing in the flames at the end there to just buy even more time for his teammates. And now, this is a chance for OG to really try and wreak havoc to that Big economy. It's a full reinvestment from the German squad into this round. They've got the long control they were looking for, though. They forced OG away from this position early. It is a double AWP setup out for OG in this round, though.
There's the instant response from OG. We've lost long. We have to control short, otherwise we get split, we get deleted, we have nowhere to hide. And we have a lot of problems. No push from OG just yet in this buy round. Searson still looking for something in mid. Some information plays from OG. Being proactive now as they need to be. Can't let Big impose their will. It's a nice boost over the smoke from Man2. But this is a CT smoke. And Big will wonder why that exists in the first place. In the meantime, NBK causing more problems over on the other side of the map. And Big will have to do something about that. They have 2 flashes left. They can go for a jump throw to take Man2 off the angle. He's given that up already. Searson needs to post up now, and I think he may have. Another lurk smoke from Man2. Gets one for free. And maybe the tide is turning in favor of OG. Searson 1 versus 5. And OG really did buy down to the end of their economy, but Big are about to head towards Eco Town.
How does Searson survive here? I think the answer might be he doesn't, unless they line up for him, which they might. Oh, he's so close to the double, but Man2 survives on a slither of health, and that means he's got the easiest shot of his life. OG up to a 3rd round, and this is where Big's money is in the bin, well and truly. So this is where OG can finally build up some momentum. I am a bit surprised that Big took quite so long, pushing up long in that round. They kind of allowed OG to go for some re-aggression. And then as soon as OG got that information towards B, they got that kill, they were able to rotate over in time. Man2 getting a nice kill from the bomb site with the AWP. And unfortunately for Big, it's a very sad situation for them. 2 P250s is all they have in this round.
Oh my god, what is this going to be? Issa ready for it. Close enough. They can't really dodge those bullets. Would have been fun to have seen some of them make it. But the border security denied them, that's for sure. No escape to victory in that round. Well, OG gifted a chance to finally get some rounds on this CT side, kind of reminiscent to some degree of Inferno. I do wonder if they'll have the same level of success, however. AKs are out once more for Big. No AWP, though, and Citizen is 12 for 7. He has been instrumental in some of these rounds for Big. OG may be sensing this, will take liberties with Issa going straight to lower tunnel.
Much more heavy B-sided stack from OG in this round. Issa's position could be so good, though. If they don't clear this angle, which I doubt they will, he could be on for a couple of kills here with the AK. First headshot for free. Now Citizen knows, and the spray only good for half damage. Still a decent start to the round, especially with Man2 throwing a punch down mid, throwing a jab at them. It was both Orbers peeking down mid for OG, and they rely on Valda to hold long. This time he is successful in doing so. A very different setup for OG, but one that has been effective so far.
Seems to be making a prompt play towards the A-bomb site where Lexi B awaits with an AWP. Blind for a second, but so are Big. Stuck in no man's land. A great flick from Lexi B. That drops the bomb and leaves Antares with 1 minute and a 1 versus 4. It's a dangerous round for him. Trying to isolate the fights now. He knows where one is. Has he heard any sound cues from the players in the lower area? That grenade didn't do enough. NBK creeping now. Xantares. Don't give him the 1 versus 1s. Not Xantares. That's the last thing you want to do. Still got 30 seconds. The smoke on the bomb as there's a rotation from Valde down to the lower area as well. Bomb plot might be likely. OG moving together now. Is he going to drop? Oh my god.
Okay.
Wasn't quite the play. Was a dangerous one, but again, another round for OG.
Yeah, sometimes Antares can bail himself out just with his aim. Sometimes, though, he can get caught off guard like that in those clutch scenarios. That's one of those rounds where he gets out-positioned. Now, my question is, in terms of Big, they're taking a timeout ahead of this round. Antares trying to do his best magic trick, emerging through the smoke. Turns out it wasn't a very good one. Yeah, my question is for Big now. Do we see them start to go back to those B-sided plays or those mid-splits? Because I think to start this game, Big found a fair bit of success pressuring that B site. They found a fair bit of success splitting on towards B, and Big have gone away from that in the recent rounds. I think the problem is, it seems like OG are a bit ahead of that, because in that recent round even, OG were quite heavily stacked towards the B site. So if Big do try and go back to some sort of B play here, especially with the pistols, I wouldn't be surprised if OG were pretty well prepared for it.
It's such an interesting situation here, this 7-5 for Big, because I feel like it could be very different. They could have 10, 11 rounds here, Big, and I think they will feel like that way as well. But hey, OG have given themselves a fighting chance. And having lost the first map, I do wonder if that is in the back of Big's mind, if that makes them a little nervous or second-guess something, make them underperform perhaps.
I love this setup from OG at the start of the round. They had both AWPs peek down mid for information. They were towards B, but now they're towards A. Unfortunately, Keto's landed that shot, so there are going to be some issues here for OG. Valda are about to be smoked off, and Big about to move to the site, but they're going to take some damage in the process.
And maybe some more as well. Tabson is exploded. Alley-oop to stop the bomb from being planted or limit the options. Looking for the frags now as we've got CTs creeping, Valde being very careful not to overextend. Citizen is just around the corner. He's heard the grenade, but Citizen's ready with a P250. Oh. And now things are going from bad to worse. Xantares has an AWP.
Oh.
3 versus 2. Tizian takes some damage, but he's still alive. Issa's got a lot of grenades here. The remaining 2 have Kevlar. His position is known now. Swinging out. Alexi B with a Julie. He's just running distraction while Issa tries to clean up. And that does enough. A bit of a scary round for OG. Bomb plant for Big. But OG will close the gap yet more.
It looked like in that round, OG were having the same sort of thoughts that I was in terms of maybe Big are going to go back to a B-sided play. That's why they get slightly caught out of position towards the A site. They had those AWPs peeking mid to begin with, which I think is really good against a low buy from Big. You know there's not going to be an AWP there, so you can get that early info. And they were able to get back to A. It was just that Big were much faster in this round compared to the slower plays they've been going for previously. So that's what allowed Big to get onto the site. It allows them to keep the round close. Not close enough, though. It is now 5 rounds in a row for OG. And, oh, Alexi. Okay, okay, then. He's got the pre-aim, he's got the pre-fire, and he's got that first kill of the round.
That was really nice. Mantu's lost his angle. Does he go back? He does. The arrogance of the man. And now he's got the bomb. He has been rewarded for his troubles. He's got support as well to isolate it. And Big, their hand is forced. They've got some flashbangs, but can he escape this situation? Tizian's collected the bomb, still hanging around. I don't think they have any idea that Valde is here. He could go for a multi-frag, potentially. Will they even check the pit at this point? He knows there's an AK there. There's going to be a run boost for the AWP as well. Oh, that's so awkward. But he's still alive, Keto. And Tizian's dropped the bomb again. Oh, no, this is falling to pieces for Big. Xantares trying to jump on a box will be denied. Oh, that's brutal.
Some comical moments from Xantares in this game, which seems to be keeping OG's spirits high. Yeah, Big have just seemed to crumble. It was so good for them at the start of this game. Remember, they had a 7-1 lead.
It was very strong.
It was so good for them. These two Orbs have got to get a lot of credit as well for turning this round. I mean, the fact that... Okay.
Splinters.
Yeah. The fact that Alexi can just peek down mid like that and take out Searson is so good. But this time, Searson's had enough of it. It's the scout shot to land, the headshot from Xantares, and maybe Big are going to get one more round at the end of the half.
Mantu, not expecting Tizian to be that fast up short. An angry Big looking to take the lead in the death throes of the first half here. Searson with the rotation angles. You can smoke CT spawn from here as well, with a lineup on that left corner and the box. Headshot, of course. Issa, 1 versus 5. I wish you good luck. There'll be a trade from Keto, standing on his teammate's head. Well, big double P250s for OG on the T side. That gives them more range than the USPs for headshots, believe it or not. Very fast boost onto shot. That's very impressive. No chance of doing that in matchmaking, that's for sure.
When are we going to get nade skins, James? That's my question.
I don't have an answer for you, but NBK has got an answer for Searson in the name of a Glock, looking for a quick pistol pickup. 2 savage shots from him. He won't get splinters on the jump up. There's a third for NBK. He can pick up the USP if he wants to, but still going with the Glock. Issa got a 4th, and Big is being deleted on this pistol round. Deleted. They were never in that.
Yeah, MBK has these pistol rounds occasionally where he just gets a really important multi-kill. Such a valuable asset to have on a team. I think MBK for OG brings a lot of impact in this sense on these pistol rounds, which is excellent for his team, especially considering the start they had at the end of the first half. They can carry that into their second half now. Onto their T side, I think OG will be really happy with the position they're in, especially winning that pistol. They can now control the economy as long as they don't lose to this force buy, and they're going to rush their way onto the B-bomb site. Keto overrun. 2 players at the doors, though, and Xantares has taken 2 players down with his deagle. The bomb should be planted, but they're a man behind.
They have some crucial utility, OG, to delay this retake attempt from Big. Xantares down to all of 1 HP. There's a HE grenade, though, which could be interesting. And old DUST2, they would often bounce behind the big box. Common hiding place. Oh, boy. There's only 2 left now. Mantu's got so much to do with the rifle. Instantly deleted by Xantares. 1 HP, Jesus. Alexi B now. They've got to get on this bomb. Don't forget this. Completely blind, and my God. I thought Big were going to be in trouble with OG winning this force buy, but they survived with 4.
Oh dear. OG will be disappointed with that round. Xantares getting so much done with this deagle. Oh, it's the lineup, and he just spams and spams away. Searson there getting a kill through his teammate. That was Xantares on 1 health, turning round to take out Mantu. And that is not a look you want to see on your in-game leader's face after a round.
That hurts, man. He just had that look like he got the letter. You are the father. Well then. OG will be reset on their T-side pistol win. The hero AK from OG. Look, they have a lot of grenades. This is going to be an interesting one. Sometimes you get 1 digs, man. Sometimes you get 1 digs.
Just saw it from Xantares.
Yeah.
OG have got players that can do that for sure.
Oh, so many flashbangs for OG. See, Tabson has elevated himself in spawn. 2-1-2 set up for Big. Tizian very deep on long, which gives him a shadow advantage if anybody heads there. Valdez lurking outside for now as OG may have a gauntlet run from short towards the A bomb site. There's no one really to challenge it now as Searson comes towards long for support. And from that position, Searson, he will hear those players on short. Instantly starts rotating away. You can see a smoke on the corner to try and run distraction. I can see on the radar, he's put a molly behind his teammate to suggest they have less map control than they do. A minute on the clock. Can see Xantares in middle. Wants to be careful about being double peaked. Smartly suggests he's moving away at the very least. Now, where are OG headed?
That's nicely done by Keto. Low time left on the clock. He puts the smoke down after jiggle peeking. Keto has had a rough game and a rough series. On Inferno, he was struggling as well. So as this B-site anchor, this has to be Keto's time to shine. Normally, he's very good on this side of the map. Ooh. He's about to be pressured, and that nade's going to help. Massive
nade from Xantares, and he'll do all the cleaning up. Keto going deep to try and get some kills on the scoreboard, because Xantares seems to have heated up here. 8 seconds, LXCB collects the bomb, but surely can't get a plant. Does he just try and hold on to the AK? He may be denied by Tizian. There'll be some bounty for Big towards the end. They survive the force bite. And maybe now they can breathe a sigh of relief. Again, they conceded so many rounds to OG. And it doesn't feel like it should have been that way, the way Big were playing those rounds. But once OG got going, that was a wrap. However, Xantares now 21 for 11. Having a stonking DUST2 so far. Of course, it is about how you finish. And there's plenty more CS to come, but for now it's Glock for OG. Valde behind the barrel. Ever dangerous, even with that Glock. Searson being conservative with the final bullets, and then there was LXCB. Searson wants him out of here.
And he'll get him out of here. Big with a bunch of cash means that Searson will go straight for the AWP. He's definitely been getting the better out of the two snipers on this map. The few times they've gone head-to-head, it feels like Searson has won those fights, and he's also got more picks against the other opponents. Now, there's that second AWP for Big we were talking about earlier. Maui Snake pointed out on the desk. He likes seeing Keto with the secondary AWP towards the B side of the map. A mid-peek would be very risky from Keto, though. He's currently having a look at the mid doors. Smoke's going down, though, and he will back away.
It really hurt Big in the first half once they didn't have the money for that AWP on Searson. And OG knew it. They kept very good focus on the economy. You saw Issa make his way towards lower tunnel. No one spotting it. So OG is certainly focused. Only 3 rounds away at present, OG. And again, you got the chain flashes. As plays are made, he'll elevate on double stack. No one's watching for this. Let's not forget how NBK looked for this in the first half. It's Issa's turn to delete. A B player on both sides, it seems, as OG take the B bomb site.
This is something I remember being a constant trend between these two teams, was these B-sided plays from OG. I point out that they're always a team that I feel like to go for these B-sided plays more than most other teams on DUST2. A lot of teams on DUST2 just like to take A long, maybe take short, maybe execute onto the A bomb site. But OG are pretty happy to go for these quicker B plays. And that means for Big, it is so important that Xantares and Keto can get on the same page. And I think it's also going to be important for Big to have a player towards mid in some of these rounds. Because in that position, Xantares is having to watch mid himself from the B site. And as soon as that player emerges from the lurk smoke, he doesn't even get the chance to fight. Keto's AWP doesn't come into play either. I'm definitely interested to see if OG continue to try and exploit that B site, and also just how those fights go in the future, because that lurk smoke clearly caused Big all sorts of issues.
Maybe it was so obvious that he never thought it would come. But he can't afford too many more of those. That was a big wake-up call for Big. A little sleepy on DUST2 at times, it seems. The 2 AWPs remain, however. 3-0-2 set up at the beginning for Big. Nothing uncommon there. OG take their initial map control. Tizian will be left in position on long. I think one of their smokes went into a very strange place. That is a big smoke. So we'll see how OG look to take short, as is common. He's inviting more utility from the B players. That lurk smoke is out once again. Here's a short take. Standard stuff from OG.
OG put a smoke over towards A long as well, just to try and sell presence across the map, not really give the game away, but here comes the execute into the A bomb site. Something we rarely saw from Big, but something that is very effective at getting that bomb down unless the AWP can stop you. tabseN's here on the site as well with the AK. The counter flashes are so good from Big. They've slowed things down significantly, but tabseN's down to half health in the flames, and he's got to do something with the AK. Flashed in for the first, but he's quickly traded. Nade on the site does good damage to 2 players. Valde gets a kill at mid. It's OG with the man advantage and the bomb plant.
All that utility gone. Xantares had the last of it, but not sure he got into position. 3-on-3 now. The remainder of OG heavily tagged, but it had the high ground advantage. CSGO no keeps going with the AWP. LXCB with half a chance, lost his angle now. 1 versus 3. No grenades, just AKs. Ooh. They're lining up for him, but CSGO delivers again and again.
Look at the health.
4 frags from CSGO. Really forcing Big back into this game. Again, very crucial. One of 2 key plays in the first half. It continues in the second. I think he may have got every kill on that retake. But still, it looks like nervous territory for Big again. They conceded too many rounds in that first half. Now it feels like they're doing it the hard way. Fortunately for them, they have a CSGO.
CSGO and Xantares have been killing it in this series for Big so far. I think on the first map, they were both top of the board as well, if I'm not mistaken. They've been the 2 clear standouts. As you can kind of expect, it's been all about trying to get some of those other players to chime in, though. And for Big, that round, I think as much as CSGO does great work, it also comes down to the counter utility in large part. It looked like there were a lot of flashes there that were just slowing OG down. By the time OG were pushing towards the site, the smokes were fading, which means that CSGO has a much easier time landing some of those AWP shots. And then for OG, they were hoping Valde could lurk all the way through B to try and play the bomb. That was not allowed either. CSGO landed the shot towards him. OG still have money for the buy, though. They got that bomb plant. It is still anyone's game here in round 22.
Big maybe expecting something fast in mid. They've got some position for it for now. And again, we'll look to watch OG take shots and such. And all DUST2 you could boost over the mid doors. But now they've got these kind of mini pyramid things on top. Stop trespassers. Lurk smokes are up again. Similar to what we saw from the previous round. Aggressive response from Big, however. Looking at the utility for the CT side. CSGO's the man with the flashbang on the A bomb site, but he's got no one to flash. Unless there was a long push. So again, it's going to be a sudden surge from OG. Utility's been baited over towards that B bomb site, so not sure how clear it is for Big as to what might be going on. That smoke will suggest the mid to B, but Kito's got the angle.
This time it's OG's flashes that are trying to force CSGO away, and they are successful. How fast is this flank, though? tabseN's behind them. They're not going to look, they're not going to turn around, but Mantu gets the kill anyway. All-important shot from Mantu to allow the bomb to be planted, but can OG get into good post-plant positions? That's the big question.
Big flashbang for Tizian to swing. Stuck around the box, though. Missed his opportunity. Awkward for all concerned. NBK popped by Xantares. They've got no position, OG. They don't have short, they don't have long. They will be deleted by Big. They fall 1 by 1, and Big can survive with 4 plays, which will be key going forward. OG unable to hold on to short thanks to that flank. So they didn't really have anywhere with which to defend themselves. And Big make it to 13. Still nervous for them. But the money's getting tight now for OG. Sub $4,000 for a number of players. And again, after the pistol, Big have won all but 1 round on his CT side.
So getting caught in mid there was always going to be a rough start to the round. Once Big realized, or once they saw that the push was coming in towards the A site and they got the kill at mid, they figured they were pretty set to go for that flank.
That can't be right. 7.95 for Big to win map 2. That would be bananas.
Wait, it's the other way around.
I've misread it. It's because Big on a scoreboard on the left, that's why.
Yeah, you got confused.
My bad. Let's not go crazy. Well, timeout's come and gone for OG. They haven't bought anything just yet. ESA's down to $3,300, which is rough. It would be difficult to come back from a 9-14 scoreline, but what choice do they have, Hawker? What choice do they have?
I mean, they could get 3 AKs if they really wanted to. The utility would be an issue, though, for OG, which I think is one that would be too difficult to overcome for them. It looks like that B site will be tested once more. 4 players going towards B tunnels for OG. This time Big have a couple of players at mid that can be dynamic, that can quickly rotate between those sites if necessary, which I think is a good decision at the start of this round. In case there is a B rush, you've got the fast rotate. And then if you want to go back towards A after the start of the round, you can always do that for Big. MBK just now lining up this smoke. The mid to B looking likely, but Big have got a couple of players ready and waiting at this mid position.
Lurk smokes again towards that B bomb site. There's one in return from Big. But it seems there'll be a double pump here from OG. Now, Tabson's not too far away. He could offer a flashbang at least, or try and cut off a rotator. Alexi B very close, though, by double stack. Zantares can't find the angle, and we could have problems now. They're going to need an incendiary at least. Searson has one if he can make it over there. Oh what? My God, Keto with a no-scope through the face of Mantu. Through some bricks as well, looking for another one, getting real cheeky now. Still a rotation to be had from Searson. Again, he can use his incendiary towards the car or underneath the window on the other side. That's the only grenade for now for OG. But they've put themselves in a winnable situation. Valde's got full armor and an AK, which does not bode well for Big.
Tizian coming in. Molly comes through. Tizian can't get the kill. Valda with that AK gets them both. He goes for more and he gets them all. Valda finally showing up here on DUST2. And OG win a shocking round on that B bomb site. Zantares looked like he got lost with his positioning there. Lost with where the opponents could be. And despite Keto's best efforts with that shot, it's not enough. He hits this one, by the way, for like 5 damage, I think,
That's
on the
so
second attempt.
That's so deep into the structure, but still, Valde and an AK, absolute disaster. And again, don't know where the best place is to put that molly, be it under the window, car, box, big box. That was not the round they were expecting. Big have, they kind of have the money to survive it, but if they lose this round, they are in a lot of trouble. This does not feel like confident territory for Big anymore.
Another timeout used for Big ahead of this round. That is now a single timeout remaining for Big here on DUST2. Definitely something worth keeping an eye on, because if Big were to lose this round, we could be going the distance, and they'd only have one more chance to pause the game. Warp out for Mantu. Quick smoke towards Xbox. Searson going for aggression. This is ballsy. This is so ballsy, and it's not going to work for him. Mantu ready for the mid fight. So many players focused on mid for OG, and taking Searson out of the round early is such a strong start for OG. They will be delighted with that kill, but they want more. MBK with another entry kill. Tabson traded on the A site, and OG should have this round in the bag.
Looks like the dream is collapsing. Is there anything left for Big to retrieve from this round? Have a look at Isa's position as well, number 7 on the radar. He is just looking at containment. OG are on the hunt, the dogs are out. And they've got the sense of Big, that's for sure. They've got no money left. If they take this AWP away, which it seems like they will, that is such a difference maker. Let's not forget that that retake from Big on the A bomb site where Searson got all 4 kills. No AWP to do that now, and there might not be one for a while. Waiting for one play to reconnect as well, it seems. But OG now, oh boy, are they making this nervous. And I still think about the extra rounds that, in my opinion, they were allowed to get in that first half, which is putting this score at so close right now. Just 2 rounds away from Big.
It is a tech pause, so we won't be giving anything away while Tizian gets back on the server. Issa getting that AWP shot at the end there. Yeah, getting that kill onto Searson at the start of the round was really important. And Searson going for that play down mid, that was a risk. That was a really big risk in that round behind the smoke. I can see what he's trying there. I can see that he's trying to force the issue with the AWP, but so many players from OG were ready for it. I think that's something that Big used to have on DUST2. I think about 6 months ago, they had a lot of CT aggression options, which other teams weren't ready for. But I feel like now, a bunch of the teams have adapted to the CT aggression that Big throw at them. They've started to do their homework, and they've realized how to adapt to the CT aggression on DUST2. And OG's a prime example of that. I was watching games a few months ago where OG were letting Big push B and push mid all the time. They would never have eyes on that position. Now OG are much more ready for some of those aggressive plays from Big. And look at the money for Big James as the unpause comes in. Their losing bonus isn't even great either. This is a rough spot for the CT economy.
Yeah, they really can't afford to invest much into this round. They're giving themselves a slight percentage chance to win this, but they've really got to focus on the buy rounds here. UF angle from Mantu, just to see if there's a creep towards lower tunnel. And here we go, a flashbang over the top. Won't hit the mark for Issa, the trade is there though, and that's a rifle to be collected. OG will try to respond quickly. Tabson, there's no money towards that car position. He'll ring the bell of NBK at the very least, 20 HP for him. Searson creeping around the smoke, will go down for free. It's a great spray from Valde. And that AK has been stolen again by Xantares, who looks to run for the hills, but I don't think he's going to make it. Valde, of course, 18 for 15 now. Impact frags, baby.
Buy back in for Big ahead of this next round. As you said, though, Valde is certainly warming up to the server now. In the first half, it felt like Big were dealing with him really well in that long position, but the T side, it's much more difficult to predict where players are going to be coming from. You also have to remember, OG may be a round down, but they're the ones with money in the bank. They're the ones that can afford a round loss right now, and they can still get straight back. Big don't have that same luxury.
What kind of hard read is this from OG? 3 players straight down suicide. Surprising angle with the AWP. Tabson could get caught by surprise, but starts to retreat towards the B bomb site. These lurk smokes towards B will make them nervous, and I'm sure another one's coming from OG. You can see the bomb headed there as well. Big currently with 2 players by the car and a bait setup. They don't really have eyes on mid, but Xantares will have a look-see. So Big are expectant of something on this B bomb site. See how it plays out. OG with presence on short. Standard stuff for now. Tizian's playing off angle by Blue on long. And again, he's got plenty of sound cues from there. Lots of spray and harassment around the middle doors. But again, it's a 2-0-3 setup from Big. Heavily committed to this B bomb site. And it seems the split might be on the way.
Tabson, the man reinforcing this B site. He normally plays around mid. This time he's committed to B. Defensive smoke deployed by Xantares, but the aggression's coming in and Tabson's lining them up. 2 kills for Tabson, a 3rd before he falls. It may not be enough though. It's into a 2v2. OG can get the bomb down and Big have to scramble back into position.
They've got no grenades for this retake. There might be some at the mouth of that door into B. Mantu creeping with the AWP. But Bigger coming from the outside. That scope will certainly be heard. But where is Tizian? That's the question. Issa alone on the site. Again, desperately looking for utility on that body, but I don't think there is any. They're going to have to go in dry. Issa by the big box. He's been spotted now, I think, but he's done great. Tizian's alone. He knows where Issa is. He knows where they both are now, but Issa's still alive. Catches Mantu looking for 180. Half blind. He's got to back away. He'll get an AWP, but OG are on the board again. They tie the score again.
Issa's dead, surely. Yeah, he's dead. But the money is fine for OG. They don't give a damn. Look at how rich they are right now. They've won the last 4 rounds in a row. Tabson tried his best, but his teammates died so quickly. He was hoping he could pop up and get kills while his teammates were alive. And that's the shot from Mantu. Issa couldn't get that kill, but Mantu delivered. And like you said, James, both big players firing from that side. Both big players firing the AWP and the M4 from that side give away the game. They give away that both players are coming from that position. Mantu was watching tunnels before that, but he was able to look back at window because both of the big players shot. And now we are 13-13 with Big only having that saved up really in this round.
This map has often been a masterclass for Big, but it does not look like they're in control at the moment. Xantares taken down, maybe trying to creep lower tunnel, it looks like, based on that X on the radar. The AWP, though, is still in play with Searson, but he's playing passive.
Oh!
Very
what?
nice.
I didn't even see him.
Searson just keeping eyes on long at present. Will they send a scout to find out what's going on there? Looks like they might be doing that, actually, because he's got to get aggressive here. He can't just sit on a site and become a victim to the flashes, the mollies, the smokes of OG, as well as the guns and the likes of Valde. And he's up 20 for 15 at present. Looking for the same play once again. tabseN's got to get a boost in quickly, although this time there are 3 players going in via the tunnel, and I think Valde has heard this. Down goes Alexi B, however. Now, who goes through the smoke first? It will be tabseN to have a look, but he'll wait till he finds both of them. Valde just too smart. There goes AWP, and the chances surely of winning this round.
I'm pretty sure Valde heard those steps to begin with, and he just puts himself in the perfect position to spray 2 players in the back. You've got to wake up pretty early to catch Valde off guard, that's for sure. He's always where you least expect him. And oh dear, Tizian, you are a dead man walking. Man2 closes it out with the Glock. 14-13, OG in the lead. Big have to dig deep to get back into this. They are around behind, but at least they have finally got another buy together. Last timeout taken for Big. They know how much this means to them. One of these teams is going to be eliminated here in the lower bracket. Both of them probably had their eyes on the trophy. But some earlier stumbles from them means one will be eliminated in this best of 3. And Big obviously want to make sure it's not them. Oh, it's looking very nervy on the player cams right now.
Yeah, this is last chance saloon. They've lost control, that's the thing. They need to figure out why they're no longer in control. It's DUST2, this is Big's map all day against pretty much everyone. But it certainly does not feel that way. And again, problems in the first half, but we must focus on the second, where they are now. Plenty of money for OG, plenty of confidence as well. It has been 5 rounds in a row from OG. From 9-13 to 14-13, a great flick from Man2, and the problems just get worse for Big.
Tizian getting close, he's been spotted, trapped on the left-hand side. They might be able to molly him out of position. He's put the smoke down, the molly is not landing. It looks like it went into the smoke. So Tizian will be alive on this side. He can now get back to safety, at the very least. It's a man advantage for OG, but look at the aggression from Big. They take back control themselves in towards the tunnels. I'm not sure this fight is good for Xantares, though. He's got to make sure he doesn't give anything away.
No, he could really do something if the timing will serve him. I don't think he would have heard that scope from Man2. Oh boy, there are so many people coming his way. Issa with the crab walk, and Alexi B insta trades. Big problems now. Keto doesn't take the bait, but he's blind. He's off the angle. Takes the risk to go back again. The mollies are here. More flashbangs. Has to concede. 3 on 4. Do they risk losing everything in this round, Big?
Oh, they're backing away. There was a gap in the smoke, but OG was smart to jump across. And Big realized 2 AWPs on the retake is not a recipe for success. OG are about to get 15 rounds here on DUST2. Remember, this is Big's map pick and a map that they were up 7-1 on earlier. It felt like they were in a really good spot in that first half. It felt like they were controlling the game, but OG have fought hard here on the T side. They've gone on an excellent win streak as this game has gone on. At least Big will be able to save some guns, but they need to make sure they come back now. OG probably could have hunted harder here, honestly. They've got so much money. Just try and take it away from Big, but Big are allowed to save, and that means they get another chance. 6 rounds in a row for OG, by the way.
It's monstrous, isn't it? Big only need 2 for now.
We've got the auto snipers.
They only need 2 for now, but they've been playing catch-up for a long time, but haven't been able to catch up.
I'm scared, James. Okay, I didn't need to be scared.
Got a fast boost again on short for Big. tabseN's made his way up, jump spotting. A T smoke on short would be nice because it gives him some cover to look up mid, but there isn't one coming for now. In fact, I think Mantu wants a peek from short. On the boxes in Suicide. OG being patient. Now, they don't want to overplay their advantage and put themselves in a time issue. But they've been pretty good with time in the rounds of late. A big boosting over the smoke on B. Yes, they are. That's a great angle for Keto, but he still served nothing. OG are not playing sloppy whatsoever. Nothing will be given for free.
Still over a minute left on the clock. It's been a slow start for OG, but here comes the fight. Searson misses the first chance. He might not want any more of that. Going back for more. Oh, he hit that shot on Mantu, down to 5 health. I don't think he even saw him. I think he was trying to shoot the player that was jumping across, but either way, he'll take that damage all day long.
Well, there are no grenades on the A-bomb site to follow up with. Looks like it'll be a late take of Long. Tizian could be in trouble here. Searson has one flash for him if he makes it to the pit. There's the flashbang for him to swing, but that smoke grenade means that he can't even swing. There's nothing for him to see. 24 seconds, this bomb needs to get planted soon. Tizian still alive, dancing around that smoke, trying to go up to platform, but he can't. Searson now at close range has dropped the bomb. Mantu still alive, but 15 seconds. It could be a question of damage here as well because they can't afford to lose all these players, Big. 1 versus 2. Still advantages to be had from OG, even in losing this round. But Big are halfway there to overtime.
Yeah, OG's money's perfect. I feel like Mantu might as well try and fight at the end here. He's not going to, though. I am wondering whether OG are going to start to stumble at the final hurdle. They do have a history of struggling sometimes in these close games. And honestly, the start of that round felt to me like OG were just relying on hopefully getting a kill at mid. And then as the round went on, they seemed to just lose track of time. It went really low, but we've got the auto snipers again, James. We've got to be careful. Oh no, not like this. That man advantage is so strong in round 30.
And that might bait more grenades, even if OG don't commit to the B bomb site. Doesn't look like they will. Oh God.
The B site's open right now. Oh my God. I'm so worried.
They've got to play with the spare man, basically. OG will expect someone to be in B, but boy, if they just go in and take this, which they will, oh man. Big have got so much to do now. Here comes the smoke. Well timed as well. They'll patiently wait for that. And those are retake grenades from Searson, trying to create some space for himself. Down to 42 HP now. Such a desperate situation, but he's delaying. And Xantares is coming in from the back. Mantu watching from the other side of the smoke. There's going to be a creep as well from Valde, looking for the continuation spray, Xantares. 4-on-4 retake. This is so strange.
Mantu misses his shot. Push comes in. MBK can't find it. He's blind. He goes down. Here come the kills for Big. They all come through. And even though they lose the B site, it is a clean sweep on the retake. Time here at Big versus OG. No timeouts left for Big. We're going right into it, and Valda's going right out towards Long at the start of this round. I like the switch up from OG. I want to see some quicker stuff from them.
There's a switch up from Big as well, because this time they don't take long. Oh my God, where is Xantares going? Where's he going? Well,
apparently to the grave.
I think Big were looking for a fresh start in overtime. Apparently that's not the case, because they have been deleted. Felt a bit shaky in this Big, and that hasn't changed just yet. OG have barely taken any damage in this round. 5-on-2. And it just gets worse.
Okay, well, he's dead. 16k starting money, so you might as well go for every round, realistically.
That was a round.
That sure was a round. I am glad that this game didn't get decided by that kill on the mid-cross, because that would just feel brutal.
Yeah, but there's...
Oh, but it's 16k, so we're going to get them again.
The brutality is nice. It hurts to watch, but, you know...
Well, especially because Big picked DUST2, so you can't feel that bad for them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm worried about this. Oh, are they going to rush B, do you think? No. Surely not.
Is it worth the risk? Probably not.
Yeah, that was a big risk.
They're basically outplaying Big every round, so why take the chance? Why leave it to chance?
Well, there is a bit of damage on the cross. Keto was chunked down to half health with the AWP. So something coming through for OG. Deep molly to clear out that left side of the tunnels. Or the right side from the big perspective. One upside for Big is they've generally been holding long in the start of a lot of these rounds, so they don't have to worry about that position too much, and that's allowing tabseN to start to sneak up short. Bit of a bait setup with him and CSGO here. This is a setup you don't see too often because tabseN is very committed to this position, but if CSGO lands the shot to begin with, this could work out wonderfully.
There are 4 players on short though.
And they might flash this.
Versus 2 CTs. So... Okay, there we go. They get 3 of them. That's not too shabby. And CSGO's able to fall back, so much better than expected. Much better, and that's exactly what Big need after the disaster that was that previous round. Remaining 2 players, completely separate. Valde finally gets killed by someone, leaving Alexi B in a 1 versus 4. 30 seconds left. He's got nothing to lose in terms of money. 15k in the bank for Alexi B, so he needs to make a play here. Looking to catch someone rotating. We can see the off angle from Keto. I think he might have seen the bag poking out there. But this is wasting time as well. 15 seconds and he's got to go for something. Into the head and off to B he goes.
I don't think there's time. 10 seconds. They're going to start to arrive on the B site now. They're going to spot the door. Yeah, no time to even plant here. 4 seconds on the clock. That is it. Xantares lands the final kill. 16-16. We're back to an even scoreline. OG getting caught out by the short stack from Big, which went, I think, about as well as it could have, really. I mean, maybe tabseN could have got a cleaner kill to begin with and then lined up 2, but even then, CSGO gets set up for success, and we remain even.
An overperformance in that situation. Looking at the numbers. Tight choke point, though. Very close to that wall crossing. Xantares' turn to take a battering in the chip shop. That is mid on DUST2.
Ooh.
I don't know why, though. I don't know why he did that. There was a smoke he could have just gone past. So, lucky to be alive is Tizian. Very risky stuff.
Oh no, he's dead now.
Yeah, dead now, of course. Well, another rough start for Big. However, tabseN is in T spawn. But where does he go now? 4 versus 4. I feel like OG is still at the advantage. They know where he is, but he doesn't know in return. Mantu doesn't fire a shot. But if he unscoped, that could be a question. This is wasting time, though. Oh, NBK's tagging through the smoke. tabseN's days are numbered, and there'll be no risk-taking from the remainder. Look how separate Big are now. They can't help each other at the moment, beyond a flashbang or something. CSGO will try to flash to take an angle on short at the very least. 47 seconds left on the clock. And it seems it may be a B play once again.
CSGO commits to the B site alongside Xantares. They've got some nades left as well. There's a molly for CSGO. If he times that right, that could be very valuable. Xantares holding mid, though, is going to be the first point of contact. How many can he get here? 1 or 2 would be lovely. Lurk smoke in towards B, draws the attention of Xantares. He's tucked into the corner. They've got to clear this. Xantares sprays away, almost gets the 2K, but now CSGO is about to be tested. Pushed to the limit on the B site. He's got the Deeg in hand. He's sitting in the smoke. The bomb's been dropped by Keto. Time is low, and CSGO is in behind them. They've got no clue. Bomb can be dropped, and that's the round. There's no time remaining. CSGO makes it happen in the midst of the smoke.
How on earth are they in the lead? I can't believe it. Keto was so far away. He was on long. He was almost playing football in the pit, and somehow he's able to rotate and thin the numbers out, drop the bomb. That's unreal. That is unreal. And that round has got to play on the minds of OG. The way that round started, the 3 shots they got in mid, the kill through the door, they knew where Tizian was, most likely, based on that jump, and still Big are somehow in the lead as they move to the T side, which is where their strength has been in this game so far.
I like how Big are playing fair. They're not going for the auto snipers. They're not going for the fluky mid kills. They're just going for standard CS.
Everything is fair.
And they still get damage.
In Counter-Strike.
That's true. That is true.
Every weapon is fair.
Oh, hello. Aggression from Mantu. I'm not sure if this is going to be successful. I'm really not sure. Oh, I should have been sure.
Man, the confidence. Not deterred by the the loss of that previous round. There'll be some sound cues for Quito. He'll hear the rotation. And they'll be trying to make a fast play to this A bomb site, which I think has been recognized by OG. Still got Tizian lurking on long for the moment. Valde in the pit. LXCB hiding in plain sight. No one's paying attention to this laser focus, tunnel vision on the A bomb site.
Oh my.
Surely he gets a multi-frag here. So much support as well. Oh, look at the flanks coming in also. This is going to fall to pieces for Big. We're surely looking at a tied score. LXCB, he can just die on his sword here. That'll be doing his job as well. Tizian now 1 versus 5 coming from long. Falling to pieces once more. 44 seconds. The double peak from the high and the low, pulling out the molly to try and maybe isolate this. LXCB in that smoke now. Man 2 on a low ground, straight in the head. Started on B, finish on A, 17 apiece.
The nade damage was splendid for OG in that round as well. There were a couple of nades that landed that took Big so low on health, set up some of these kills. Got to give props to Mantu as well. He's talked about in some of the pre-game interviews how sometimes he could be a bit more of a passive player. He wants to assert himself a little bit more in some of these rounds, and peeking the B tunnels is a brilliant way to do it. Double up setup for Big in this one. It is first to 19 who will get the win, as you can see at the top of your screen. So, oh, the nade damage is going to go both ways. One of these teams would need both of these 2 upcoming rounds to get the win.
I'm still slightly leaning towards OG, but really I don't know. Big with their backs to the wall, managed to squeeze just enough. But can they do it again? Will there be flashes for Mantu? The run boost. He's got the space to maybe land something. Won't take the bait, but he will fall off. This is just a take of short. Now, both these teams have a lot of utility left. It's a nice apple on the head. Look at OG's formation. They've abandoned long entirely. They've got a read that it's most likely A, and they'll be defending it with 3 players. Valde with a forward position as the smokes are set up. Oh my god, he's finding them behind the smoke as well. 3 versus 5. Valde coming in with the impact frags once again, heading towards 30. A desperation rotation maybe from Big now. NBK on fire. Xantares by Big Box. Hasn't seen him just yet, but NBK still alive. And he has position. Through the smoke they go. Into coffins, into body bags. Quito now, 1 versus 5. 27 HP. OG have got match point again.
Didn't look like Big had the composure at the end of that round. As soon as plan A was unsuccessful, it looks like a desperation play into B. Tizian's jumping into the site, hoping he can maybe dodge some bullets. Massive round from Valde, getting those 2 kills on short. It's not easy to play that position, but you see here going before the flash, just not as composed as you would want on the Big side. And now they have to win this round to stay in the tournament. Wow, okay.
Okay.
We'll take that.
Maybe not expecting the AWP, but it is overtime, so surprise.
I mean, they threw some flashes, but those flashes were always going to be so shallow. Like, it's not going to blind Searson from that range, really. Not enough, anyway.
Well then, 3 of the 4 players for OG on A, on or around. That's a chunky one.
Decent. Alexi's just abandoned long, though.
I imagine they'll probably get some sound cues if Big are to have a long take here. Molly from behind the door, perhaps. So they've got an idea as to what's going on.
That's a great smoke.
Was that from the car, I guess?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that timing is unbelievable. Considering nobody's there. And they're going for a short take as well. Oh, this is epic from OG, despite their way this round has started. Similar setup to what we saw from Big in the first half of overtime. LXCB's checked the stairs and down they go. The bomb's been lost and now they've got big trouble. They need a flashbang, but here comes the incendiary. It could all end here on short, but Searson will try and force his way forward, only to be blown up into the wall. Tizian now 1v3. The taps are here, but the trade is here from Mantu, and that is the series for OG. 2-0 over Big, taking it to